Hey guys, it's me Alexis and I'm here with Manny again. We're here to make some more bump dates. I haven't made one since I was 5 weeks, and the reason for that is because only my boyfriend and I knew about my pregnancy. We didn't tell my family or his family yet, so I didn't want to start making videos and posting them and risk someone else finding them and then our families finding out through somebody else rather straight from us. So I didn't post any videos until we told his family. So now that we told his family and I've announced on social media and I'm now 12 weeks, so miscarriage is less likely, I feel more comfortable making these videos and posting these videos. So from now on, hopefully my bump dates will be a little bit more consistent. So I have had 2 appointments. I had an appointment at 7 weeks where I got to see if the baby was developing. Since I went so early, it was only a sac. Sometimes the sacs never get a baby. And so I went 2 weeks later at 7 weeks and there was a baby. And I'll insert pictures towards the end, or right now I'll insert pictures. And there was a baby and it was growing and it looked kind of like a little round bean, and I couldn't see the heart beating, but she did let us listen to it. It was very faint but very fast and it did have a heartbeat. So then I went back 4 weeks later when I was about 11 weeks and 3 or 4 days, and baby looks like a baby. Baby is fully formed, so now most of the development of the baby is just growing. The first trimester is really just forming the baby. It's like one of the most crucial stages because your baby is like becoming a human, and then once it's already formed, it's just about developing those things more and growing basically. So baby looks like a baby. It definitely looks like a baby, which is crazy that it grows so fast. I heard the heartbeat. It was very fast and very strong and loud compared to last time. And it was also moving. It was so insane and like sweet to see my little baby moving. That like, it's a real baby, it's moving, it's my baby. And it was moving, it was bouncing around. It looked like a little jelly bean or something. It was really sweet. And so the doctor said my next appointment I'll be able to find out the gender. So I'll find out on January 3rd and I'll be about 15 weeks, 3-4 something days, but I'll be 15 weeks, so I'm super excited. I had this gut feeling that it was a boy. Like, I just felt it was a boy. Before I ever got pregnant, I always told my boyfriend, like, our first baby is going to be a boy. And I had 2 dreams it was a boy, and then I had 2 dreams it was a girl, and now I have no gut feeling. Like, I have no clue what baby is. People are still saying a boy. I did like the ring test where you get a strand of your hair and you like get a ring that you own and you go in between your fingers and you set it in the middle of your hand, and if it goes back and forth it's a girl, and if it goes in a circle it's a boy, I believe. And it said boy. And my grandma did another method that she says never been wrong with her, with the pencil and thread. It said boy. My gut feeling was boy. And then I asked people in like a Ramsey group on Facebook, Ramsey Theory, and they're not sure because of my ultrasound pictures, but they're leaning towards boy. So I mean, I really want a boy. I'm hoping for a boy. We already have names picked out for either gender, but honestly, I'm gonna be so thrilled for either. Like, I'm really open for either at this point. I'm really neutral on the gender now. So some of the symptoms, all these symptoms I'm going to list have been from 8 weeks to now, which is 12 weeks. Except my last, probably since I turned 10 weeks, I haven't had many symptoms at all. I don't feel pregnant. I feel completely normal. There's some days I feel a little bit pregnant, like little things, but for the most part, I feel pretty normal. So I'm going to list these symptoms, and then the ones that I'm like experiencing during this week, I'll mention after all of these. First thing is tender breasts. My breasts got really tender. I don't know if you girls remember when your breasts were growing, how tender they were. They were tender like that. Like, my boyfriend leaned across me when we were laying in bed to get something and he like pushed on them and it hurt so bad. And they're not as tender now, but they were pretty tender. Another thing is I had slight nausea, but I never puked. I just felt kind of sick if I didn't eat, or even if I did eat, I always felt slightly sick during the whole day, but nothing extreme where I couldn't like function. My tailbone would hurt really bad, like super bad, where I felt like I could hardly bend down or get up. And I think it is a symptom of pregnancy, but usually way further during pregnancy, and it hurt so bad. But eventually that went away, and I haven't experienced it for probably 2 or more weeks. Okay, it's definitely has gotten less, but I was so gassy. Like, I was a gassy person before, but I was so gassy. Like, I saw this video on YouTube where this girl's walking down the street, and with each step she farts. Literally, that's how I was. So it's definitely calmed down now. It's not as bad at all, but I was very, 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 very gassy. Also, my sleeping has been a little annoying. I don't remember exactly how I slept before pregnancy, but I know there was a week or so where I just could not sleep very well. I just felt like I could not go to sleep, and when I did, I couldn't stay asleep. And now I wake up during the night at least once, usually, maybe even more. I don't know if it's me or my dog, because my dog wakes up in the middle of the night every single night to go use the restroom. So I'm not sure if I'm waking up or I wake up and then he wakes up and needs to use the restroom, but I am waking up during the night. Another thing is I've been so tired. It's gotten better now, but there were a point, especially really early on in my pregnancy, where I would get tired at 8. And I usually used to not go to sleep until like 11 or 12. So 8 was crazy early to me, and I was like, no, you cannot go to sleep. It's way too early. Wait until at least 9. And now I go to bed probably about that time, 9, 10, but it is getting later, like how it used to be, like 11, 12 if I have to, like for homework or something. Okay, now these symptoms are from 11 to 12 weeks, so they're more recent. I had not puked my whole pregnancy. Then literally the day after my most recent appointment, I got so sick. I came home from the appointment and my head started hurting and my stomach started hurting, so I tried to go to bed really, really early. I think I tried like 7 p.m., but I couldn't, so I finally went to bed at like 9:30. And I woke up at 5 a.m. the next morning, and I went downstairs to try to eat some cereal, and as soon as I went to go wash my bowl out, I didn't even eat a lot of cereal. I started puking it into the sink, and it was just really gross. And so I went back upstairs and I slept until 10 p.m. So I went to bed at 9:30 to 5, and then 5 to 10. And I still didn't feel better. So I just kept drinking water, trying to help my headache go away because I didn't want to take Tylenol or anything. And I ate, so my stomach started to feel better, and I used the restroom, and then I like felt better, and it was horrible. I don't know how girls who have really bad symptoms do it all of the time. Another thing, which is kind of pretty TMI, is my nipples have started getting itchy. They itch sometimes. I don't know if it's my bra or what, because I don't really pay attention what I'm wearing when they itch. I just know they itch. And also, especially my right nipple gets hard. It gets hard, not like fun hard, not like it's cold hard. It will just get hard, and it will stay hard. And it will stay hard until it starts to hurt. And I don't know what it is about that. Especially this one, it just like randomly happens, and I hadn't noticed it until I got pregnant. So I don't know the gender of the baby yet, but I do already have some things. I have a travel system, a bassinet, and a boppy, which I got a really good deal on, gently used, for $150. The car seat and stroller is by Kiko, and the bassinet is by Target, and the boppy is the boppy. And I have this little stocking here on my wall. It has some things for baby in it. I bought some things for my pregnancy announcement picture. So all that I have in it are these white onesies. These are 3 to 6 months, I believe. And the reason why I have these is because I actually bought them to make like little DIY onesies for my boyfriend's baby sister, but it was a complete fail. So I was like, I'll just keep the extra onesies, why not? And then I have 2 binkies. These are the Advent, I believe. And I do plan on breastfeeding, and I heard these are good for breastfeeding. If we're going to use these, I don't know. I only bought them for the pregnancy announcement photo, and I didn't even end up using them. My dog is being annoying. And then I have these little striped socks. these gray and white socks with like little dinosaur on it, and these gray camo socks, and these white and blue and green socks. And these socks do look a little bit boyish, but I think they're the only gender neutral thing I could find. The girls all had bows, and I think a girl can get away with wearing boy things better than boys can get away with wearing girl things. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.